There's a lot of interest in designing and implementing fuel breaks, but there's not a lot of research to suggest how effective they might be. Especially when you think about a fuel treatment, when you're thinning or removing timber, what's that going to do to the fire behavior, and how is that going to play into the overall objective of maybe saving a community? If we can collect some data to help us design and implement fuel breaks more effectively, then we have some guidelines to use for our management tool. Our data is only as good as how well it applies to the landscape. And if I want to build something where they want to implement fuel treatments, you have to challenge it in the natural setting. Our group has the ability to collect in situ or in fire measurements that replicate what we can do in the lab. We really address this from a national and international scope. Our products are used much more than just locally. We work with partners that either provide access to landscapes or have funding available that meets a research objective that they may be asking, and we have the expertise that can provide that. Or it's just somebody that's a neighbor that has some questions or a landscape that is research friendly. What brought me to working in wildland fire research was really curiosity. I have an engineering background, and I was working in a fundamental, more kind of like traditional engineering type role. And I heard about research that was happening within the Forest Service at the Fire Sciences Lab, and I was very passionate about the outdoors and about Western Montana. I've always been pretty passionate about having sort of applied research that had a holistic outcome. And so I feel like working with natural landscapes and fire and really coming up with research questions that help managers either do things safely or that have a positive outcome on landscape management was really just a natural kind of fit for me in my research to where I feel like it has a positive outcome.